My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Aethermancer. Time to leap into our next mythic run. Random starter. Oh, hell yeah. It's probably the point where I should probably mention that there has been a quality of life update since the last we played this game, obviously including the ability to start with a random starter. I still have starters with very low worthiness, though, including Circuit, so I'll be starting with them. However, obviously there are other things in there as well, including combat speed, a couple of things to make what is happening in combat a little clearer visually as well. So first things first, let's head to combat speed. I'm gonna up that to 1.5, just a little faster. Skip tutorial, yes. Speed up long actions, sure. All of that seems appropriate. Now, let's actually focus on the run ahead of us. Circuit, you are an earth and a wind. You have the Judgment Aura as your signature trait. Aura, whenever one or more shielded allies get attacked, trigger poison on the enemy. On the enemy who caused the attack, or on all enemies? Because shielded allies can be attacked. Well, it's not even shielded allies damaged. It's not even a retaliate. It's not like shielded allies get retaliate. We'll just see how it functions, I guess. Shield generator means Circuit's always going to have 2 shields, so this will always trigger on first hit against you. And applies force to the attacked allies. We also have Foul Shield, shields a target ally for 2x3, and then poisons an enemy 3, and then Crystallize Smash. 2x4 wind earth against an enemy, and 3 poison. Cool. So poison and shield and force are our tribes. What can we take? Oh, all of these use a soul? Interesting. Also, we can see some marks against creatures, and that shows that I've used them success. Oh, Jotun shifted. Jotun shifted. First off, has shield generator, has poison damage +1, so enemies take 1 more to all poison damage. And Rime Wind. Whenever damage is dealt to this monster's shield, deal a combined earth-wind hit to the attacker with that much damage. Also has the ability to redirect itself and Crystal Smash. The downside here being our elemental coverage is garbage. We don't have elemental coverage if we do that. Earth and winds. The alternate Nyx here with shields and tank, maybe? Honestly, I really want to go and take Jotun shifted as well. But then when am I going to get poison on a fire water creature? Like, am I just not going to have water coverage? I think so. Greetings, Cyrix. I hope you fare well. So I'm pretty sure at this point we've exhausted all of your talk stuff, but obviously I'll talk to you, assuming I get to do both. Many monsterkin have walked this path. It holds important religious meaning to them. Especially the ones who still believe Terrastay was created by the monster deities, and that Saul was nothing but a deceiver. Even in the universities of Quellius, both versions of world history are taught and debated. Did Saul create Terrastay, or was it monster deities? Whom created whom? We Aethermancers are the sole keepers of the one truth, of course, and it shall only ever be known to us. Oh, generate wild ether, reactivate target monster. I do really like having access to reactivate. As expected, Cyrix. Who rounds out this party? Like, I'm gonna want someone who can do some direct damage. Oh. You know who can do direct damage and a lot of poison? It would be Tatzel. It would be Tatzelworm. I also saw one thing in the patch notes that excites me a little bit, which is Cockatrice now can't use Explosive Rush, its most powerful move, on like the first 4 turns that you're fighting it, so it can't just deal 20 damage out of nowhere. It's good to see, good to see. Oh, I love when they attack my shield. Oh, I got Force, but I must have used the Force as well in response? Because Jotun collected Force from being attacked there. Is that a Reflective Strike? What are you doing over there? Reflective Strike, 4x2, Wind Earth against target enemy and apply a redirect. Yeah, it's better that Jotun takes the hits. Wait, Jotun, do you literally just have defense +1? Oh my god, you do. You take 1 less damage from every hit. It was way better to happen on you. You managed to hit me. You truly did it. Was it worth it? I'm gonna go for shield and roll. Thankfully, I don't even need to use the redirect this turn. Do a huge amount of damage back to the enemy just from Rime Wind. Yeah, there's a lot of power in this party. The elemental weakness coverage is going to be interesting. We're going to have to figure out how to do that. I can't even stagger Walpetinger, unfortunately. Sorry, I can't even stagger Hartzell, unfortunately. Poison does earth damage before the turn starts, so Walpetinger would be staggered. Sounds good to me. All's well. I kind of want to just throw both basic attacks against the bottom line, just take them out, get the additional resources. Tatzel gets 1 free hit here. But yeah, I get, what, 1 corruption out of it, and now I just have full control of the board. Shield the target ally, and then shield and redirect. Fire Claws does no damage, because it hits a bunch of times, but it only hits for 2 damage, or half of that when I have defense. I'm liking the combat speed up. It does look a little, just very slightly less, like real and weighty and stuff than it does otherwise, but I've also watched it for enough time that it's okay. What is this? Toxic shielding. Whenever this monster receives or applies shield, apply poison to the enemy with the lowest amount of poison. Incredible. There's also forceful generation. When an ally reaches 2 force stacks, it generates 2 ether. Unfortunately, that can only happen once per ally per combat. Otherwise, that'd be ridiculous. I'm taking toxic shielding. Incorruptible. On retaliate, shield self at 4. If this trait triggers 3 times, cleanse through corruption. It's fine. Plague. Whenever poison triggers on an enemy, apply poison to all enemies. That's going to be really good for giving a bunch of poison to everyone very quickly. Because trigger is anytime they hit us. Incubation also seems like it'd be really good. Deals double damage on poison, but it no longer triggers at the start of the turn, because we do trigger the poison, but I still need the poison to be a high number first, before double damage really matters. Didn't look like there was a lurker around there. Give me a knight. Well, there's the Totzelworm coverage, if I want it. Regeneration doesn't really matter that much to me. Fire and water for Mephisto. Interesting. Dodge. Purge Ether. Unfortunately, Earth Wind on your shifted version is the worst coverage I could get. You do care about Force, though. Low priority there. Fire and water on Starspawn, admittedly, not bad. Oh, Mashifto. So instead of fire and water, which would have the better type coverage, we would lose water, which is what I said earlier. Fine losing water. We get affliction, burn, and poison. Schadenfreude is shifted. The first ally or enemy that uses an action each turn gets 2 poison or 2 burn applied to them. Not super relevant, but this part is. This monster gets +1 damage and +6% evasion for every 13 debuff stacks among all enemies in combat. And also, Mephisto has +1 to poison damage. So all enemies are also taking +2 damage through my whole party to poison damage. Toxic Slash for not large poison necessarily to a single target. No, it's got to be Mashifto, I think. At least for right now.
Beware, Sirius! There's a terrible monster right behind you. It's none other than that devil dog Mephisto. Get behind me! I will take care of that one. Wait, that devil dog is yours, Sirius? Ha ha! You are full of surprises, aren't you?
I like his response to that. Armor, common at the start of your turn, shield self at 2, and crit chance 10%. I like this on Mephisto here. Because everyone else has shield generator, so this just guarantees that my entire team has shield at the start of the fight. You... That'll cleanse corruption from all of our monsters, so I don't want to do it just yet. Just doing a quick sweep. Damn it. I'm about to say, doing a quick sweep to see if I can see any additional power before I get into a fight. And as I was about to start saying that, we get into a fight. But in my defense, they said something first. Crystal Ooh, they're already intending on doing a lot of damage to our Jotun. Nice to see that. I'll happily add some additional shield on that as well. And additional poison, because that poison's gonna trigger when they hit us. Giving poison to everyone. Thank you. Here's your poison. So I gain force, but then I use it immediately in the Rime Wind response. I mean, yeah, we can absolutely get both of the... Oh no, it's wind! No! Whoops. No! They regenerated before they could die! How dare you? Ooh. Oh my god! Ether +1, but health is reduced by 3, and damage +1. Increases the damage of each hit by 1. Circuit, I guess, maybe? I don't want to put this on my tank. Jotun's gonna want to wear something else. Definitely. Circuit's probably gonna want to wear something else as well. Mephisto, your shielding is nice. It adds some nice additional utility and stuff. Let's head down and take this battle before I come back up for the loot. Mephisto... No, we have no water coverage. And I 100% have to focus on the Cockatrice first. Because I can't take out the Poison Man. I'll get too much poison if I take out the Poison Man. Love it. So much poison. Ridiculous. We even get the stagger. I mean, look, there's huge argument to be said. The last member of this party should maybe be the Ooze. On action, apply 2 poison to self. Whenever poison triggers on this monster, enemies also take damage from it. I don't think it should be. I don't want it to be. I think it could be. Don't make me do it, though. Let me just play with this party. Oh yeah, we've got enough debuff stacks that we're getting a bunch of additional damage on Mephisto already as well, so that's... I think perfect proof of why we want to run it like this. Yeah. Alright, Mephisto. Toxic Earth. On Earth action from any ally, which is almost every action I have, apply poison to each enemy. That seems like a very consistent way to get a lot of poison. Ah, damn it. You butt. Skull. Whenever this monster applies a debuff to an enemy, 15% chance to apply another attack at the same debuff. Cannot trigger with itself. I mean, Jotun, you can hold this right now, but ideally I want that on Circuit, but I'm not going to replace a rare orb. That's giving me a lot of additional casting capacity. Okay, there's 3 corruption from all friendly creatures there as well. I'm keeping an eye out for the Lurker, but certainly not like a super high priority. Oh, Katzerka. No, I don't think Katzerka finishes this party, but I do think I should probably interrupt it early. Because it's very efficient with buffing the party. Okay, 1 attack already coming in against the correct target. There you go, a bunch of poison for everyone. Honestly, incredible. Yeah, just give out even more. They're all pretty much already targeting the correct persons. Yeah, there you go. Only one of them actually gets through the combat phase, and then the reward is a very swift death. This slaps. This is ridiculously good. Pedal Shield. Although Diamond Shield's also really good here. Shield all targets for 2x5, shield target ally for 2x5, shield all allies for 3, and then 3 force to all allies. Also pretty good. Glacier Shield, shield self for 2x4, deal damage to the target enemy equal to the amount of shield in this monster. Pedal Shield though. Shield target ally 2x4, apply force to them, and cleanse 3 debuffs from them. And it's an earth action, so it'll also give 1 poison to all enemies. I like that. Especially if I focus on getting more redirect on Jotun. Slime Volley, 3x3 water earth against all enemies. That's an opportunity to get some water coverage in here. Something I otherwise have almost no access to. Unfortunately, it's on Jotun, who's exactly the worst person to hold this. Snow Charm... not an earth. Reflective Strike, 4x2, Wind Earth against target enemy, or apply Redirect itself. No, I'm really going to want to shield you as well. I'm honestly going to reroll here. Okay. Stone Fist, shield self with 2x3. 1x14 earth damage against target enemy, deals additional damage equal to the amount of shield on this monster. Certainly not bad. In a world where I'm going to want to get additional shield on you consistently, but Diamond Charm. Shield target ally for 3x3. Doesn't even have to be you. And it's a free action. Especially a free action that has Earth as a cost gives me a free action that gives poison to all enemies. Oh yeah, there we go. Hello, Lurker. You have nothing more to amaze me. Oh, sorry, you have nothing more to ask me. I amaze you. Cool. Let me take all that and waddle onwards to the Ether Spring. I mean, look, I'll look to see if any of these seem like a much better fit for the party. I mean, fire and water. Yeah, I do care. I do care about them, my boy. Eloise, you make some sense here. I mean, obviously Medusa makes sense in this as well, but also we've done a lot of Dusa. I don't think any of these make more sense than the party we're currently running. Wind and water. Wind, I think? I always like the additional experience. I hadn't even seen that one yet. That's a shifted... Corbo is the name of mine. Wormling. That's a shifted wormling. Oh, God. It's only staggered with water. Okay, I'm going to take every other fight first, just in case I can get something that helps me here. Oh, everyone's got Earth. That's fine. Pretty much everyone can take this challenge. For the fact that it comes with corruption. The fact that it comes with worthiness means that Circuit should take it. Circuit now has +2 crit damage. Cool. Shifted Walpatinger. I already have a copy of that one though, so I don't need that one. As much as I do think it's cool. Unfortunately, only one of the enemies is naturally attacking the target I really want them to be attacking this turn. But also, I can get a lot of poison on enemies very quickly. Oh, that one's already dead. Oh, none of you are attacking this turn? That's a problem for me. I really like it when you do. Could I convince you to do it anyway? Very greedy wormling in the front line there, healing yourself, while the other one is also healing you. Oh, this is Firebolt. That does it always ends up doing a surprisingly stupid amount of damage. Big shield yourself. Redirect it to yourself. And then another big shield. Firebolt does some decent damage and then causes the enemy to die immediately to the Rime Wind. The Rime Wind, the fact that the enemy attacks us with a shield, it gives us force, and then we use that force on an attack back to deal damage equal to the shield that they dealt us. It works. It works. It goes. Banner. Initial shield 5, all allies get 5/5. Probably not better than any things I was wielding at that time. Especially because Jotun, your aura is the one that's applying poison to all enemies on trigger. It's really good on you. There's got to be another challenge over here. No? Getting another level up before... I don't think this is likely to give me something that gives me the ability to poise stagger. Just really annoying. Really feels like there should be a third enemy here. Oh! No, not... that is the third enemy. So that is the second enemy, rather. Anyway, I guess there's not. Shame. So I can't get another level up. Can't fish for maybe water attack or something like that. I mean, I'll attack it directly to see if I can get any stagger on it. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, I just literally don't think it's possible. Oh well. Just have to get it at a different time. Wee bit of additional debuff cleanse for us. Because it's not a retaliate trigger. If the enemies use sidekick, it hits them for a second time. That's sick. Oh, that's so cool. This guy's kind of annoying, actually. I do think the best play probably is ridiculous overshielding here. And just let him... Yeah. Enemy managed to remove almost all of my shield on that one. I had 25 shield maximum. They hit 24 of it off. Damn it. There's the water action as well. It would have worked. It would have worked. Toxic healing. Well, isn't that disgusting? Slime shot. 3x4 water earth against target enemy. Really good water directed for us. Applies 3 poison to the enemy and self. And generates a random ether. It's a pretty good move for you. The only problem is toxic healing. Heals target ally for 3x6. Then applies 3 poison to all enemies. And also, as a result of this action, applies 1 poison to all enemies because it's also an earth action. And then triggers poison on all enemies, which then immediately also causes the additional shared damage. Triggering poison on all enemies is the reason toxic healing matters. That said, if I don't have water coverage at all, I am going to regret it, and I'm currently being offered it. I don't want to get into a boss fight and then just realize, oh, this is a really good build against everything except one single target boss fights where I lose. I don't need to cleanse corruption. We're about to fight the boss. So Lily's interesting. I definitely don't want to change Toxic Shielding, or Plague, or Toxic Earth, but I could level up, get a upgraded aura, and then replace that, which is much more impactful. Again, I'll take the opportunity here to look. Obviously, in order to level up, I have to go take out Warden before coming back to Lily, but I will remember. I will remember. Just link this time code if I forget. Which I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna remember, obviously. Come on, let me void jump him. Let me void jump him. There we go. Woo! High ground bonus. Alright. Now, you're more than welcome to single target attack this entire time, because I will scale high enough that it's not going to be a problem. I like this slime shot, actually. Especially if it generates Earthy, though it didn't. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have shield between those turns, so we don't trigger the additional stuff that we could have, but enemy's definitely going to be staggered this turn. Let's draw, and then Petal Shield to remove some debuffs. I don't want to interrupt the enemy from attacking, so I'm just going to Toxic Slash them and add to their poison. Damn it. They took enough damage too early. Oh, 1 to burn, 1 to poison. Yeah, so they needed to have 3 poise left at the end for me to still get the hits. Okay, now we have a lot of additional energy. This is handy, so I can use Diamond Charm and Roar for the redirects. Then I can go for the Petal Shield. Almost maximum. Yeah, I end up with almost maximum shielding on the character. And Pollen Blast doesn't manage to remove all of our shielding, so I get additional force. And yeah, the enemy is taking huge damage the whole time. I'll take the Monster Flask that I 100% do not need here. Single redirect still needs to happen. Because the enemy is still attacking once. And I do want my Rime Wind response. And here it goes. You took all of my health? So it took all of my shielding, which is 25, and I had crit, so I just respond. Oh, were they staggered as well? I responded with 50 damage, or 50 is base and then 50 plus more, so 75 damage. Just from Rime Wind. And the Force stack, obviously. Okay, Circuit and Jotun are both going to get a... Oh, interesting. An aura here. Not aura, a passive, but that can be aura. 4 stacks on allies now apply to the first hit of each attack. Allies deal 2 additional crit damage for each stack of force on them. Into the fray, rather. Dedicated support action applies 1 force to target ally, 1 force to self. Shielding wins on wind action from any ally. All of Jotun's actions, importantly. Shield that ally for 4. Yep. Shielded Torment's fun. At end of turn, shield self for 2 for every debuff stack on it. Jotun will gain debuffs largely from the enemies. But I will say, retaliate to generate random ether in a world where I am using you as my primary tank. Like, it's not the right home about, but it's good. The Muscle Whip. artifact. Okay, so now I don't really have a thing I'm super keen to replace. I could theoretically roll through Shielded Winds, find something better, but additional shielding does feel correct. I could roll past Return to Ether, going for additional energy, but I'm gonna need some energy somewhere. I don't want to roll past that. So realistically, it comes down to, do I re-roll a, like, Toxic Slash, maybe? Because I want to use Slime Shot if I'm going to be using either of those. But I might not have blue. So this would give me the ability to re-roll a skill into something that might be much more useful later on. Yeah, everyone else pretty much wants their skills, though. I guess Crystal Smash? I'm reasonably okay removing that from Circuit. And Circuit, I do care deeply about them. Okay, yeah, I'll remove that from Circuit. Another Diamond Charm would be fun. I'll take Diamond Charm for now. It's definitely an upgrade. I don't know if I'm going to be using it consistently, though. It gives a free action to Circuit, who otherwise was lacking one, though. Solve. At the end of combat, cleanse 3 corruption from self. Initial force +1. Yeah. Well, this is interesting, actually. Lance. Convert the first hit of each attack into wild damage. So because when... oh, God. Actually, I think I'm about to convince myself here that this is correct. Because when Jotun gets attacked while having shields, they gain force, and then also they then deal damage back to the enemy in a single attack that does combined earth wind damage equal to the amount of shield lost. If I had this on Jotun, all of Jotun's Rime Wind responses would be wild damage, and they would also all be crits, which means they would specifically do 2 poise damage to every enemy that attacks him while he has shield. I'm going to take that for exactly that reason. Talisman. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster. I don't really apply that many buffs to monsters. Obviously shields, or redirect rather, to Jotun, but that's not that much. I'll take another Monster Soul. I did, thank you to the commenter. Unfortunately, I do not remember the name of the commenter in this instance, but thank you to the commenter who reminded me that Monster Souls are not only, opening gates and giving you monster resurrections and things like that, but the amount of Monster Souls you have also determines the amount of additional monsters you see. So it makes it much easier to recoup and recover a run if you have a decent amount of Monster Souls. Break 3 poise on target enemy. I like that. I also think I'll take the cheap Aethermancer Whip there as well. Oh, Mephisto, good level. Toxic Shielding. Whenever this monster receives or applies shields. Apply poison to the enemy with the lowest amount of poison. Peak performance. Whenever an ally reaches 4 debuff stacks, applies power and shields them for 4. I mean, Toxic Shielding makes some sense on you, especially considering you are generating 2 shield at the start of each turn. But I don't shield you often, and you don't shield other targets often. So, like, this is 1 poison each round for you. I suspect I'm better off re-rolling here. Incubation. Aura. Poison no longer triggers at the start of turn, but poison damage is doubled. So I lose a lot of the triggers from start of turn plague spreading, which is how a lot of the enemies are getting poisoned in the first place right now. But also, it will cause a lot of enemies to just explode to their poison. I think I want to take it and just figure out how to use this one. Torment doubling on action if the action applied debuffs to enemies. Apply those debuffs another time to the enemies and self. And Enkindled Ether is irrelevant. I'll take the first 3 levels here, and I don't even have enough to pay for another one, so I'm not going to, but I also wouldn't have if I could have. I'll look at the resurrections here, which obviously was the wrong order to do those, but I'm pretty confident at this point that I'm not going to be changing this for anyone. I will say... no, it's another Earthwind character. I don't think Gargoyle is the completion of this party. Alright. I'm pretty confident in this. I'm ready to see how it's going to fare in the next area, but until then, let me tell you that my name's been Rhapsody, and the name of the game has been Aethermancer. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the Game Pass, present and future. YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Add a pod the thank to, and a special thanks to this episode to Dyla. Hopefully you'll all be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.